What's up, guys? There is a player that I really want to talk about in this video. I recently got a update on Sleeper that Isaiah McKenzie is getting first team reps with the Buffalo Bills as the slot receiver. So this perked up my ears, or I was super interested in figuring out what the hell is going to happen with this slot receiver role for the Buffalo Bills, because we know that it can be a very productive role. Not so much from a touchdown perspective, but definitely from a target, reception, yardage perspective. It is a very lucrative role, and there is some confusion about who's going to emerge as the top guy. And there's been some confusion pretty much the entire offseason since the signing of Jamison Crowder. So, as I mentioned, I got this update. Isaiah McKenzie is getting first team reps. Now, we know that Jamison Crowder is actually injured. So he's dealing with some soreness, according to Sean McDermott. Tightness, soreness, that's why he maybe is not getting the first team reps. Now, they brought him in specifically despite Isaiah McKenzie showing us some flashes and showing us some good production last year when he did get the chances over Cole Beasley, who's now gone. So Cole Beasley's out of town. Now, this is a tough one. Isaiah McKenzie, I'm a big fan of him. I have him in a lot of Dynasty leagues and stuff like that. And of course, as my typical biased self, or anytime you have stake, or if you're a shareholder in any type of asset, you want that asset to moon. You want it to pop the fuck off. So I'm now in the situation where I'm trying to read the tea leaves, read between the lines, and see is there a path for Isaiah McKenzie. Should you target him late in drafts? I think he is I think Jamison Crowder also makes for a compelling option late in drafts. Just basically, I'm going to give you my case for Isaiah McKenzie. I'm going to give you my case for Jamison Crowder. It's not going to be a very analytical or technical case. I just want to look at some things. So I stumbled upon this article that was written where it's the Buffalo Bills position battle slot receiver. So Cole Beasley was getting targeted more than 100 times per season. He finished with 230 receptions, 2.4K yards, a 70% catch percentage. That's not really relevant for this, but I looked back at Cole Beasley's records, or I'm sorry, his statistics over the seasons. I'm not gonna look too much at 2021 because he was kind of coming in and out of injury. Isaiah McKenzie kind of started for him near the end. You could see that his snap percentage really dipped near the end of the season. He was 46, 49, 51% of snaps. Isaiah McKenzie kind of took over the role. There was this game against New England where Isaiah McKenzie really, really popped off. He had 11 catches for 125 yards and a touchdown in Week 16. And you could see that, yeah, he popped off. He absolutely popped off. He showed some great signs. Yards after the catch was really phenomenal. It was really fast and speedy. Looked like the type of dude that the Bills really were kind of missing for a little bit. As good as Stephon Diggs and Gabriel Davis are, those are kind of your possession-y type receivers. I mean, Stephon Diggs can do just about anything. But, yeah, so Isaiah McKenzie showed a lot of flashes, but they still went out and they brought in Jamison Crowder. I don't know why. Jamison Crowder, he's a 29-year-old slot wide receiver. He was very productive in the past, especially back to his Washington Redskins days. And you could say Redskins because they were called the Redskins back then, before the name change. So James Crowder, he was very productive. Everywhere he's gone, he's been a pretty productive receiver. As you could see here back in 2019, the dude was an actual contributor. He was actually contributing on your fantasy team if you had him. And that's been the case pretty much for his entire career. His little stint with the Jets, which I think was here 2019, 2020, wasn't the greatest. He was dealing with injury, but when he did play, man, the guy, dude, 7 for 92 and a touchdown. I will take that pretty much any day of the week. Any day of the week that there are NFL games, of course. So this brings me to the question, who will start? Now, I don't really have much of a strong case other than bias that I have Isaiah McKenzie. He's younger, only by 2 years, yes, but he showed flashes. He showed that ability to make plays and make plays after the catch, more importantly. Now, if the Bills want to go down the route of having a reliable third down option, someone who can move the chains for them, Crowder's probably going to be their guy, because the Bills are in a win now situation. Crowder, he's not 33. He's 29. He fits that bill of that reliable, possession-y type slot receiver, which I think a lot of teams kind of want in a slot receiver, that possession receiver type guy. They have Gabriel Davis and Stephon Diggs are more than capable of making those splash plays, those big plays, those yards after the catch plays. So that's my case for Jamison Crowder, that he kind of fits the bill more of a possession type guy, someone that can move the chains for them, someone that's reliable, good hands, proven above all. So that's the case for Crowder. The case for McKenzie is he's young, he's dynamic. If they're looking for some more playmaking, if Gabriel Davis and Stephon Diggs start to, show that they're more like big hitter, down the field type guys, and the middle of the field is really vacant with good playmaking and a good dynamic, skilled, fast receiver, Isaiah McKenzie should take that. Now, I'm gonna throw my dart at Isaiah McKenzie. I've already thrown multiple darts at him. I don't have James Crowder anywhere, so this could be, again, as I mentioned, this could be biased, but that is my case. I'm going to go with Isaiah McKenzie. I'm going to draft him late in a lot of my redraft leagues just to see what happens. I typically like to throw darts at these types of players. So that's just my little quick analysis on the Bills slot receiver, specifically with more of a focus on Isaiah McKenzie. But hope you guys enjoy the video. Like and subscribe. Let me know if you want me to do something on another player. And take it easy, guys.